here on FortGibsonTigers.tv. We were just talking about how this Vinita girls basketball team is really, really good, and they're going to kind of bring it to the Fort Gibson Lady Tigers tonight.
Well, they match up. To me, it looks like they match up pretty well as far as size goes. They got some length as well as does Fort Gibson, and I was just watching them in the warm-ups, shooting pretty well. Looked like they had some quickness. So I think you're going to see mirror images tonight in this ball game.
And that's kind of what we've seen from them as they've played earlier, like in previous instances. I remember a few years ago, let's see, I don't remember which one it was, but they played in the state championship. Vinita and Fort Gibson did. Back with Nana Wallace and Jody Glover and some of them, and that game came down to free throws. I remember I think we were tied up. Nana Wallace hits a 2, and they have the chance to tie it up again with free throws, and they miss a free throw, and we win the game, and that's a point win that we get in the state championship.
Yeah. So, I guess we're gonna
we're gonna stand for the national anthem.
You see by the dawn's early light, what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the Welcome to Harrison Fieldhouse, this regular season final game at home for the Fort Gibson Lady Tigers.
And now we're going to go through their starters here in a minute, but yeah, they're a really competitive team, and they've always that's kind of always how they've been against Fort Gibson in the past decade, I'd say.
Yeah, and what a way for both teams really to finish up the regular season right before tournament time. This is going to be a game with tournament atmosphere. Going to be probably one of the more competitive ball games Fort Gibson fans will see this year in this place.
And it's also important to note that they are in our area for the playoffs. So you've got them, you've got Inola, and then you've also got Steelwell. All those girls teams are in our area. All three of those are going to be tough to beat.
Really good ball teams. Really good ball teams. It's going to come down to, as you said earlier, free throws, turnovers, things like that. I don't think either team is capable of just beating the other.
And here's our starter, Zoe Whiteley. You've seen her before and what she can do. She's a really good player.
She is.
Mallory Baker has done a good job scoring the ball as of late.
She has.
Bailey London always gives you that outside threat.
At 5'6", a sophomore, number 32, Kinsey London.
Kinsey London, another one who's kind of scored the ball a lot more as of late.
Number 33, Danielle Johnson.
And then Danielle Johnson, of course, the dominant center.
Yeah, even though Vinita has some length, they don't have a 6'2" girl, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Or at least not in the starting lineup at this time. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch, see what Vinita does defensively. Try to stop this potent Lady Tigers offense.
Looks like maybe their tallest player is number 30. That's Alexis Johnson. She might match up on Danielle throughout the night. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's going to come down to, again, I guess it sounds stupid, but fundamentals, blocking out. It's just gonna come. When you have two even teams like this, it does go back to the fundamentals, When you're just way, way better than somebody else, you can get away with playing lazy, but not tonight.
And I just get the feeling that we're probably going to see this team again in the playoffs.
I would not surprise me in the least. It's like you said, they have beaten a lot of good basketball teams.
Yeah, they beat Verdigris by 11. We went into overtime with Verdigris.
That's right.
And then they beat Verdigris beat Inola by 12, which is another. I think we beat Inola by 2. Zoe Whiteley with the traveling there.
Yeah.
So, they've beaten good teams that we've barely escaped by.
Right.
And by quite a bit.
So right away, Lady Tigers do not get off a shot in the first possession. And there's a turnover. And another turnover. I don't know. Early game jitters. Both teams know.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a war.
Bailey London doing a really good job in the passing lanes right now.
Should have been a travel, but it wasn't called.
Bailey London kind of doing everything for the Lady Tigers right now.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
We don't usually talk about it, but she is a really good rebounder, a really good defender as well. Mallory Baker almost getting the offensive board there. You're going to see that happen a lot tonight.
Yeah, Danielle Johnson really had a pretty good shot there again. Bailey London getting in that passing lane, giving the Vinita Lady Hornets some grief. Both teams, again, looking like, early game jitters, just not sure yet.
Wow, Bailey London seems like she's deflected every pass they've made.
I think that's, it's early, I know, but it's a good sign for Lady Tigers.
Definitely.
And if you look at her standing there, with her arms spread, she's a pretty good wingspan.
Yeah. River Jeffries there on the jumper. And the Verdigris' Lady Hornets are going to go up early on the Tigers. Kenzie London saving that one there. Foul is called. That's the first foul of the game, so.
Fouls number 22.
And that it could very well come down to fouls like it did in the championship years ago.
Oh, yeah. Free throws, I think, play a pivotal role in this game. Vinita playing some really sticky man-to-man defense right now, and there's 2 fouls.
And Alexis Johnson, number 30, is going to come in like we talked about. Maybe they're...
Didn't take long, did it?
Yeah. Maybe they're already having some frustration with Danielle Johnson. Kenzie London hits her first free throw.
Lady Hornets first team to go to the bench. Did not take long, and that free throw rolls off.
And that's another thing is both of these teams are going to go to the bench quite a bit tonight. This game's already somewhat fast-paced, more fast-paced than what we're used to seeing.
Well, I think both defenses just kind of controlling the tempo right now. You've seen turnovers on both sides of the floor. Missed point-blank shot by Johnson. I think the defenses are probably just that good.
Yeah. Lady Tigers kind of rolling in that 2-1-2 set right now on defense.
Try a little pick and roll there.
Nice rebound by Danielle Johnson.
Yeah, she got getting pretty physical underneath. Number 30.
Alexis Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson and Johnson down there.
A lot of ball movement here early by the Lady Tigers, but they're not really getting any looks. Verdigris is doing a good job.
They're really not. Other than the opening shot by Johnson, really haven't had a good look.
Yeah.
Missed Johnson that time, and there's good pass. Just won't go.
Mallory Baker continues to make her presence felt around the rim. That time she almost got it called out on the Lady Hornets.
Yeah, kind of promising for the Lady Tigers. They have gotten it down low twice now. Haven't been able to capitalize, but they have gotten the ball down where they want it.
Off the mark 3 there by Lizzie Shepard. And then a tip pass by Darren Kelly.
Yeah, another sign of a good defensive player, just getting those hands in passing lanes. Lady Tigers unable to get into the transition game so far.
And as you talked about, it seems like both of these teams are pretty evenly matched. Both
I think so.
Similar in height and speed, really.
Oh, I agree, and well coached.
Zoe Whiteley takes a shot from the elbow and hits it.
Zoe Whiteley.
Fort Gibson's going to go up. Quick shot there. Wow, taken by River Jeffries.
Jeffries, good player. I mean, there's no question about it. You don't have to watch her long to know that she's confident with her shot.
And she knew what she was doing there.
Yes, she did. She was going to shoot that from the rebound.
The Lady Tigers starting out with more turnovers than we're used to seeing.
A lot of turnovers.
Lizzie Shepard takes a shot there, almost hits it.
So Danielle Johnson coming down with another defensive rebound. I think that's 3 already for her.
Yeah. Bailey London with a shot from the corner. Can't get it to hit. Oh, I thought she should have taken that shot.
I think she should have taken that shot.
The Verdigris gets the rebound. Wow.
Yeah,
the foul is called.
That was a deep 3.
And a good job by Jeffries, kind of making it look good.
Yeah, I agree. But good players do that.
Yeah.
So once again, we see Vinita rotating players in and out. So far, Fort Gibson sticking with the original 5.
Jeffries with 5 quick points. That makes 6.
Number 3, Avery Bennett. Number 32, Jasmine Daggs back in for Vinita.
Avery Bennett and Jasmine Daggs coming in for Verdigris. And Verdigris is really, they're using a lot of different players right now.
Yeah, they have. They've
9
rotated players in and out.
9 different players already. We're not even, we're 5 minutes into the first quarter.
Yeah.
That's going to kind of make it hard on the Lady Tigers when, you got a lot of different kinds of different players coming in. And, each one of them is going to have their strengths. And
that's right.
You don't find out until it's too late, and they're going to have to figure out all of these players' different strengths as the game goes on.
That is a fact.
Because with them all playing in the first quarter, they all bring something to the table. We know that.
You bet.
Another errant pass there by the Lady Tigers and a little bit of miscommunication. Avery Bennett comes in and gets 2 quick points.
So far, Danielle Johnson scoreless. 3 shots in the paint and 0 points.
But give credit to Verdigris. They're doing a good job of keeping a hand in her face.
Oh, they are. They're playing good defense.
Kind of an open shot in the corner. They pass it up, though. Zoe Wiley with a chance to use some of her speed to get into transition, and she does. That's what she does so well.
She does. I think what we're seeing right now is Vinita beating Lady Tigers down the floor.
Mallory Baker, that's her first team foul number 2 on the league.
Not used to seeing that. Typically, Lady Tigers beating the other team down in transition.
Yeah.
Vinita moving the ball down quick.
Well, when you have Zoe Wiley going down like that, you should be staying back. You know,
Yeah.
like here, maybe get 1 or 2 players back.
I thought she got fouled that time. I really did.
They're going to call traveling on Mallory Baker.
Yeah, Lady Tigers just a little bit out of sorts right now.
The way Mallory Baker's been scoring lately, I almost want to see her just take that shot. Pull up from the elbow. She's been hitting those of late.
Yeah, Mallory's having a good season. There's a nice save that time.
Bailey London gets a good rebound.
Jump ball to Vinita.
And the jump ball is going to go to Vinita. So a minute left and Vinita up by 3. Something we're not usually used to seeing here in the first quarter. And kind of on that last possession, I noticed that, both teams aren't really looking at taking threes right now. They're both kind of looking inside the paint. Of course, and I say that, and then they take a 3.
Another good. There's another defensive board. Danielle Johnson. Oh, nice. Something you don't see Bailey London do very often. Nice head fake and drive to the bucket. Makes it count.
Lady Tigers within a point now. River Jeffries passed that shot up, one that she's taken the last few times down the court.
Fouls number 1, Darian Kelly. That's her first team foul number 4.
So Vinita already has 4 fouls.
14 fouls and still running in fresh legs.
Number 30, Alexis Johnson, all in for the Lady Hornets.
Triple switch there. And like you said, sometimes that can cause a little confusion. So Lady Tigers going for that last shot and possible lead.
.13 seconds left. Danielle Johnson looking for something down low, and she gets it. Lady Tigers take the lead. 3 seconds left. River Jeffries is going to take this shot, and they're not going to call a foul. So that's the end of the first quarter. Lady Tigers 9, the Lady Hornets 8. What a first quarter that was.
Yeah, Lady Tigers is really behind pretty much the entire quarter until the very end, and 1 point lead now. So it's exactly what we expected. I mean, it's 2 good girls, about 4A Oklahoma girls basketball teams going at it. And it's I don't think it's going to get any worse. I think it's just going to get better as the night goes on.
Yeah, and I think another thing that's going to get better as the night goes on is defense, because it has been a really good defensive quarter here for both teams. Both teams playing well in transition and not giving up a lot of buckets. I don't know. That's some of the most turnovers I've seen by a Lady Tigers team in the first quarter this season.
It's just but I think it's just a great tune-up. They know what they're going to see. Perhaps not in the district tournament, but certainly in the regional tournament, and definitely into the area tournament.
Oh yeah,
it's going to be tough man-to-man, and
silent auction upstairs in the lobby.
Coach Loeb lobbying for some pushing out there.
And there is one good thing about that area that we're going to be in is that we've got Inola on our side of the regionals, and then you've got Vinita and Steelwell on the other side of the regionals.
Yeah.
So
it's pretty balanced.
You get a chance for one of those 2 teams to knock the other out, and then hopefully we beat Inola, and we only have to beat maybe one of them instead of both of them.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Again, Vinita just doing such a good job.
Yeah, they sniffed out that double screen for Bailey London.
I think Coach Lowe got his point across that time. Johnson 30 for the Hornets, doing a lot of pushing down there.
That's kind of what you have to do when you're up against Danielle Johnson.
Yeah.
I'd be pushing too.
Yeah, no doubt. Do whatever you can. There's going to be a free ride to the bucket for Kinsey London. So those London sisters driving to the bucket from that corner over there.
Yeah. Lady Tigers switching to a 1-3-1, but Jeffrey sniffs it out.
Yeah, Jeffries, she's a good basketball player. Good size, probably 5'10", 5'9".
Yeah.
Very agile.
Kind of reminds you of Zoe Whiteley, who she's guarding right now.
Yeah. And I think she's, if I'm not mistaken, she's the only Hornet who has not been out of the game yet.
I think you're right.
I think she's been in there the entire time, and there's a good reason for that.
Yeah, she has, let's see, she has 8 points already. 8 out of the 10.
Another turnover for the Lady Tigers, and there goes Jeffries to the bucket.
Wow.
Made that look easy.
Jeffries has 10 points already, and she's just having her way down there. Kind of doing a little bit of everything.
She really is.
Taking some jumpers. We saw the layup there, and then I don't think she's hit a 3 tonight, but she's taken some.
Yeah, I'm sure she's capable.
And I think it won't be long before she does.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And that's kind of a scary thing. You know, she hits a 3, and then if she starts feeling it from out there, where does she miss, you know?
It's true.
Fort Gibson definitely going to need to find an answer for her as the game goes on. Because, 10 points here early, she could even have 30 by the end of the game if she continues at this pace.
Yeah. She could, and again, it's just, I think it's pretty two evenly matched teams, and both of them pretty confident in their game, play great defense. Still say it's going to come down to turnovers and free throws.
I bet you're right.
I mean, most games do. I mean, nearly every game does, with everything else being equal. Talent being equal, free throws and turnovers usually tell the story. Yeah, that one not close.
Bailey London is going to get called for the foul. Kind of sweep the legs.
Yeah. So Lady Tigers still playing with that original 5. Down 1 here early in the second.
And Alexis Johnson has so far done a really good job with Danielle Johnson. I mean,
she has.
We don't see a lot of players that can guard her as well as she has.
Well, she's a presence. I mean, she's pretty close to being as tall.
Wow, what a corner 3 there.
Yes, it was.
Lizzie Shepard with her first points of the night. And the Lady Hornets take the lead. The Lady Tigers just aren't getting a lot of good looks.
Well, Kinsey London with a pretty good look that time.
Oh, wow. You think there's a little bit of taunting right there?
I tell you, that girl.
Like, come guard me, and then I'll shoot it.
Pretty good player.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. Lizzie Shepard, another 3 there.
Yeah, I don't think it's any secret why Vinita's as good as they are. They got all the tools.
Where is that?
Sure.
Where's that coming from? You think they held that back? Say, don't shoot in the first quarter. We'll line it up later.
Yeah.
Fort Gibson staying within 4. Lizzie Shepard just kind of came out of nowhere. Hit 2 really tough 3s. Oh, I think Zoe Whiteley thought about taking that shot. Vinita just playing really good man-to-man defense. Right idea there. Danielle Johnson can't capitalize.
Just off the mark tonight. Struggling down there in the paint.
Good rebound there by Danielle Johnson.
Still can't get it to fall.
They called that foul on Mallory Baker. You know, I'm not, you know, I don't have a problem with that. She's fighting for boards.
Oh, yeah.
She got one offensive board on that possession already. She's trying to get another.
Right.
She gets the foul. I mean, okay, you know, you take it.
Yeah.
You like to see that effort from Mallory Baker.
Yes. And I think the difference in this game right now is Danielle Johnson just not having any success whatsoever down there in the paint. 2 for 6, I think. Excuse me, 1 for 6, I believe.
Yeah.
So she's going to have to find the mark for the Lady Tigers, I think, to win this game.
Yeah.
I mean, she's been our go-to girl since day one.
And, you know, it kind of seems like Vinita came into this game knowing they had an answer to that with Alexis Johnson. I mean, she's been giving Danielle fits tonight.
Yeah, she has. And even though, I mean, Danielle has had some pretty good looks at the bucket and still just unable to capitalize, but I think it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
It's just going to have to happen sooner than later, I think.
You know, it almost is reminiscent of that Nana Wallace. I don't remember what the girl for Vinita, what her name was. I can't remember, but it was the same situation where you had 2 great players down low, and both of them kind of were game changers.
Right.
No way. Oh, my gosh. Lizzie Shepard.
She's on fire.
Or, excuse me, that was actually Hallie Reed. I thought it was Lizzie Shepard. They kind of look similar, but
they do.
So now 4 different players for the Lady Hornets have scored.
Yeah, and I think the difference right now in this game, aside from Danielle Johnson not being able to score, is the Lady Hornets just playing a little better, a little sharper on defense than the Lady Tigers.
Yeah. And they're really, you know, they're just kind of sticking to man. They're not really
No, they're not
venturing
doing
out
anything
from
fancy.
that.
They're playing tough, hard-nosed, man-to-man defense.
Zoe Whiteley takes the jumper there and hits it.
Zoe Whiteley keeping the Lady Tigers in this game right now.
She has 9. She has 9 so far tonight. The Lady Hornets shooting it much better from 3 here in the second quarter. They almost hit another one.
Yeah, that was close to going down.
That would be scary. That was a really deep 3. Fort Gibson doing some substitutions as well. Emma Wofford and Hannah Johnson coming in.
Yeah.
And, you know, I kind of like that. You know, Danielle's kind of struggling right now. Say, well,
Yeah.
you know, we're going to take you out for a little bit, put Hannah Johnson in, see what she can do.
Yep.
Number 32, Jasmine Downs, and number 3, Avery Bennett, back in for the Lady Hornets.
That's the thing about both these teams is, you know, they have so many good players they can go to. I mean, if one's struggling, you know, there's another that can jump in and, you know, try and do well in her place.
Yep. Yeah, there's a lot of depth both ways.
And you see the Lady Hornets taking Alexis Johnson out.
Yeah, I mean, no question with Danielle Johnson out of the game. There's a good look.
Wow, what a pass by Kenzie Reed and Hannah Johnson on the layup. That might be the strategy for Vinita all night, you know. When Danielle comes in, Alexis comes in, you know, they just they match up and they try and get kind of even the playing field a little bit. When Fort Gibson kind of rolls to a faster unit like they have right now, then Vinita unleashes it. River Jeffries hits her first 3 of the night.
Yeah, I'm sure they won't be the last either. Vinita's shooting pretty good percentage from three-point land right now.
Yeah. I think they've missed 1 in the second quarter. Mallory Baker almost gets another board. It's going to go to Fort Gibson. Danielle coming back in. Let's see if they go to Alexis Johnson again.
Won't be long. About the first bucket.
Yeah.
The first bucket Danielle scores. I think you'll see Johnson again. Now, Vinita getting away with some pretty handsy play right now. Boy, what a tough bucket by Whiteley.
Whiteley doing a phenomenal job tonight. 24-20. Vinita keeping 2 possessions ahead. River Jeffries will take that shot, and she draws the foul. And it's going to go on Zoe Whiteley.
Zoe Whiteley, that's her first team foul number 5.
Both teams with 5 fouls.
Yeah, no question. Jeffries has a lot of talent around her, but she is the one that makes this team go, no question about it. Again, she's the only player who has not been off the floor to this point.
And she's a playmaker. I mean,
yeah.
How many times have we seen her just ISO, say, I'm taking this myself, I'm going to go score the ball.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of her points have not come off assists.
Yeah. Surely she's a senior. She's got to be a senior, right?
I don't know.
She certainly plays like a senior, if not. So Alexis Johnson back in for the Lady Hornets for that matchup with Danielle Johnson.
Nice steal there by River Jeffries, and she has a wide open layup in transition, and she gets that. Jeffries with 16 tonight. It's kind of reminds me of the Cavaliers when they had LeBron James.
Yeah.
You have that one playmaker, and then you have a bunch of shooters around you, and that is a deadly combination.
Wow, what a big time. Zoe Whiteley may be having the game of her life right now.
Oh, my gosh, yes.
She's coming up big for these Lady Tigers, and it's a good thing because it would be pretty ugly.
Yeah, Zoe Whiteley's she's definitely keeping the Tigers in this game.
Oh, she is, without a doubt.
And it's in this last minute, they have subbed Alexis Johnson back in. And she was wide open for a minute there under the basket, and they just kind of overlooked her. She wanted it. We haven't seen Alexis score so far tonight. Zoe Whiteley gets the rebound with a chance to make this a one-possession game. Let's see what she does. She's going to set up the offense. Kenzie London's going to take a contested shot from the corner. Vinita, my bad, is going to get the rebound. They're going to take the last shot before the buzzer ends. Oh, my gosh. Wow, what a shot.
Yes, it was.
Kennedy Roach there on the shot. That's her first points of the night. What a way to get into it.
Yeah, what a big three, huh?
Buzzer beating to end the half. Vinita Lady Hornets going up 30-23.
Yep.
They're looking good. They brought it defensively in the first quarter.
They did.
And then they brought the offense in the second quarter. What a high scoring quarter that was.
It was two completely different quarters, that's for sure.
So we'll come back in the second half and we'll see what happens later on. This is for GibsonTigers.tv, and we'll be back.
Fort Gibson Education Foundation's desire is to help our students receive the best possible education our community can provide. We make every effort to be the highest quality educational system in the state. Donations equal opportunities, opportunities for students and teachers to be their best.
An opportunity to build, design, and compete.
An opportunity to create, design, and share.
An opportunity to encourage, develop, and provide.
An opportunity to travel, process, and gain real-world knowledge.
An opportunity to honor, celebrate, and inspire.
When you donate to our Fort Gibson Education Foundation, 100% of what you donate goes back into our classrooms for students and teachers so we can give them as many opportunities as possible. We are your Fort Gibson Education Foundation.
Cornerstone Funeral Home and Crematory wish to personally invite you and your family to come tour the newest funeral home and the only crematory in Muskogee. Cornerstone welcomes the opportunity to answer any questions regarding planning and pre-arrangements for you and your loved ones. At Cornerstone, you'll find a helpful professional staff and beautiful surroundings. Come experience the difference at Cornerstone Funeral Home, 1830 North York, Muskogee, where you will find faces you know and reputations you trust.
Renfro Electric has been in business for over 35 years and is a full-service electrical contractor for all of Oklahoma. We are able to serve our customers with superior craftsmanship and top-notch service. With over 40 employees and a bonding capacity in excess of $6 million, we can handle those larger jobs but are still small enough to provide the personal service our customers have come to expect. For any electrical needs, give us a call at 918-687-7535.
If you're looking for some local entertainment, look no further than Green Country Lanes, located on South York Street in Muskogee, a prime place for open bowling, birthday parties, and glow bowling. Come on out to Green Country Lanes, where bowling is a sport for those who have talent to spare. Only locally and family-owned funeral home is committed to the community of Fort Gibson, Muskogee, and surrounding areas. It's our mission at Clifford D. Garrett Funeral Home to facilitate meaningful ways for families to grieve their loss and celebrate the memories of their loved ones. Call Cliff at 918-478-2555 or come visit 1224 East Poplar in Fort Gibson. This broadcast is brought to you by Cornerstone Funeral Home and Crematory, Keith's Hardware and Supply, Renfro Electric, Fort Gibson Education Foundation, Info Media, Dr. Debbie Coy, The Tiger's Den, Garrett Family Funeral Home, Fort Gibson State Bank, Fort Gibson Nursing Home, and Green Country Lanes and Muskogee Skate Center.
Keith Hardware and Supply has been located in Fort Gibson, Oklahoma since 1957. We strive to find solutions to your fix and offer a multitude of quality products and services such as Stihl chainsaws, Yeti coolers, Cub Cadet mowers, Johnsert mowers, case knives, and Big Green Egg grills. In early 2015, Keith Hardware remodeled and added hundreds of new items to better serve their customers. At Keith's Hardware, we're proud supporters of all Fort Gibson school events. Go Tigers!
Fort Gibson Education Foundation's desire is to help our students receive the best possible education our community can provide. We make every effort to be the highest quality educational system in the state. Donations equal opportunities, opportunities for students and teachers to be their best.
An opportunity to build, design, and compete.
An opportunity to create, design, and share.
An opportunity to encourage, develop, and provide.
An opportunity to travel, process, and gain real-world knowledge.
An opportunity to honor, celebrate, and inspire.
When you donate to our Fort Gibson Education Foundation, 100% of what you donate goes back into our classrooms for students and teachers so we can give them as many opportunities as possible. We are your Fort Gibson Education Foundation.
Cornerstone Funeral Home and Crematory wish to personally invite you and your family to come tour the newest funeral home and the only crematory in Muskogee. Cornerstone welcomes the opportunity to answer any questions regarding planning and pre-arrangements for you and your loved ones. At Cornerstone, you'll find a helpful professional staff and beautiful surroundings. Come experience the difference at Cornerstone Funeral Home, 1830 North York, Muskogee, where you will find faces you know and reputations you trust.
Renfro Electric has been in business for over 35 years and is a full-service electrical contractor for all of Oklahoma. We are able to serve our customers with superior craftsmanship and top-notch service. With over 40 employees and a bonding capacity in excess of $6 million, we can handle those larger jobs but are still small enough to provide the personal service our customers have come to expect. For any electrical needs, give us a call at 918-687-7535.
If you're looking for some local entertainment, look no further than Green Country Lanes, located on South York Street in Muskogee, a prime place for open bowling, birthday parties, and glow bowling. Come on out to Green Country Lanes, where bowling is a sport for those who have talent to spare.
areas. It's our mission at Clifford D. Garrett Funeral Home to facilitate meaningful ways for families to grieve their loss and celebrate the memories of their loved ones. Call Cliff at 918-478-2555 or come visit 1224 East Poplar in Fort Gibson. This broadcast is brought to you by Cornerstone Funeral Home and Crematory, Keith's Hardware and Supply, Renfro Electric, Fort Gibson Education Foundation, Info Media, Dr. Debbie Coy, The Tiger's Den, Garrett Family Funeral Home, Fort Gibson State Bank, Fort Gibson Nursing Home, and Green Country Lanes and Muskogee Skate Center.
And we're back here on FortGibsonTigers.tv. About a minute and 40 seconds left until the start of the second half, and so far the Vinita Lady Hornets are just tearing it up.
Yeah, and we were just talking, and again, I think Lady Tigers going to have to get, Danielle Johnson's going to have to get on in the scorebook. She's just going to have to score. I mean, she's been again, Zoe Whiteley is a great player, and she has kept us in the game tonight.
Yeah. 14 points, yeah.
Yeah, but if you're going to take odds on points from the three-point line or points directly under the bucket, you're going to make more of those under the bucket than you are from three-point land for sure. And I just think Danielle's she's got to score.
Yeah, that number 30, Alexis Johnson, she's done her work tonight with Danielle.
She has.
And we were just kind of talking about, we haven't seen Alexis Johnson take a shot. We haven't seen a shot attempt yet.
No.
We're just talking about maybe making her take that first shot. Maybe putting a smaller defender on her, letting Danielle come out and kind of use some of her length to the defense of these other really good players, and then making Alexis Johnson hit a shot because she hasn't done that yet. I'm thinking,
I think she's a defensive player. There's no question about it.
Yeah. Yeah, we were also just talking about how, these teams are going to meet. Well, they very well could meet in area.
Oh, absolutely,
and
they could.
Vinita, they're not going to be an easy out. They're winning by 7 right now. So
yeah,
Fort Gibson's going to have their work cut out for them if they're going to.
And let's face it. I mean, that big three at the end of the game. How many times you're going to make that shot?
That's true.
Not
true.
So often. So it could easily be a 5-point or a 4-point game. But she made it. It doesn't matter whether she could ever make it again or not. She made that one, so.
Yeah. And like we were saying, they have 3 seniors. So we were mistaken. We've seen 8 players regularly play for Vinita, and 3 of them are seniors.
And that's a big deal. I mean, that really is. When you have those seniors and then you also have depth, it makes a difference.
And no freshmen. We have not seen a freshman play on the court for either team. That might not happen the whole game.
It would take a very special freshman to get in this game and be a difference maker. I mean, a very special freshman, because there's some good players out there. And right off the bat, still cannot get it to fall.
And Mallory Baker is going to get fouled. Mallory Baker,
that's a big rebound.
How many offensive rebounds does she have tonight? A bunch. I would say 4.
She has, and that was none bigger than that one right there, because now Lady Tigers have a shot at pulling closer in this game.
And you noticed that Johnson just came in for Dags. They're thinking, well, we gave her an open shot there. We're not going to give her another one.
Yeah.
And again, it is physical down there under the basket.
It is physical. It's as physical as you'll ever see it. They are giving Mallory Baker, I don't know, what kind of three-point shooter. I thought Vinita might have got away with a little foul there, a little body. And I think it might have been Johnson, but, you get away with fouls every time up and down the floor. So.
Yeah. You're just saying that might be smart because, we have seen Baker hit some threes this season, but
she has hit some, yeah.
She doesn't take a lot.
Yeah, and they're giving her that shot, too. So, I don't know. That's a pretty deep three right there off the mark.
Mallory Baker.
It's another board.
Rebounding very well. They're going to call it out on Mallory Baker. She tried to throw it off of Vinita.
It hit her. Yeah, it hit her. It was a good idea. Just took a bad bounce. Sometimes it does.
Bailey London again with
Good
the
hands,
deflection.
Yeah.
Danielle with a huge rebound.
Kind of looking like
there.
a repeat of the first quarter.
Yeah.
Neither team able to get anything to fall.
And we were just mentioned before the end of the half how both quarters kind of looked opposite of each other. You know, we saw a ton of defense, a lot of transition in the first quarter, and then in the second quarter, it was all half-court, high-scoring offenses.
Yes, it was. That's a nice pass that time. Just Johnson can't do anything with it.
Off the foot of Kinsey London, so Vinita will get the ball back. And Vinita was kind of playing a lot different in the second quarter, too. You know, how many more threes did they take in the second quarter, and how
a bunch.
They hit a lot. They didn't hit any in the first quarter. They hit about 5 in the second quarter. So
that's right.
Kind of playing two different styles, throwing the Lady Tigers off a little bit. That foul is on Kinsey London. It's her first foul. Tough shot there, taken by Jeffries.
Yeah, it's a rare miss for Jeffries.
Almost. They are going to call traveling. And again, I've seen Alexis Johnson open a couple times with the basket, and they're just not giving it to her.
No, they're not. And she's going to take a breather.
And now if you're Danielle, you're thinking score, score, score. Alexis has come out. I got a mismatch now.
Yes, she does. She certainly does, and I think Vinita's gonna test her. I think that was deflected.
Can we just talk about how good Bailey London is doing on defense right now? Oh my gosh!
Yeah.
The first quarter, I mean, it looked like she had like 6 deflections.
She does.
A couple steals, and
she has
in
played
the third
great
quarter,
defense.
she's turning it up again. She's amazing.
Neither team putting any points up to this point.
The foul's called on Zoe Whiteley.
Foul on Fort Gibson. Number 11, Hannah Johnson back in for Fort Gibson.
And Hannah Johnson is going to come in for Mallory Baker. Now the Lady Tigers are starting to look like they have somewhat of a height advantage now. Vinita with a little bit more speed.
Jeffries still has not taken a break in this game.
Another 3 there taken by Hallie Reed.
Lady Tigers down 10. That hasn't happened in a while.
And the Vinita Lady
they've just turned the pressure up, if anything. They're pushing us.
And the Lady Hornets have scored 18 of their points on threes tonight. And Shepard and Reed, their 2 wings, have scored 12 out of those 18 points on threes.
Good rebound by Johnson that time. Hannah Johnson. I think Danielle was surprised. Wasn't ready for that.
A frustrating night so far for Danielle Johnson. Not close there.
No. No, Vinita with a chance right there to really open this thing up. Lady Tigers going to have to make every trip count. Down 10 with a little over 3.5 left in the third quarter. And not finding any openings in that Vinita defense.
No, and they've switched off of the man-to-man. They're playing more of a 2-1-2 now, which is something we didn't see in the first half. They played man-to-man almost the entire first half.
Yeah, right now, Lady Hornets just in control of this contest. See a lot of hands on knees out there right now.
Yeah. Well, our team really hasn't faced a predicament like this.
No, not one that I've
season.
seen, no.
Down by 10 with 3 minutes and third. This is kind of a different situation for the Lady Tigers.
It's a really different situation. Lady Hornets happy to stretch out the clock, burn some time.
I'm just happy they're doing this in the regular season, They're not seeing this for the first time in area.
Yeah.
Alexis Johnson coming back in for Hallie Reed.
So let's see if the Lady Tigers can solve this defensive riddle that the Lady Hornets have been able to put on so far.
Bailey London with a nice drive there.
I think Bailey London's going to have to do that. She's capable of doing that.
Wow, the first points of the night for Darren Kelly.
Big.
Bailey London with an open look from three, and she hits it. Bailey London sparking this Lady Tigers run. Bailey London kind of giving the Lady Hornets some fits.
She really is. Making her presence felt.
It seems like all night they've been guarding London really close on the arc, and then a couple drives later, and she gets that open three that she's been needing. Alexis Johnson gets fouled, so she gets an opportunity to score her first points of the night.
That was a big rebound. Looked like Fort Gibson maybe had it blocked out, but just the ball didn't fall the way it needed to.
Johnson at the line to shoot 2.
So that free throw is good.
She kind of willed that one in. Got them both to go. That's a bonus for them. So back to a 12-point lead.
Danielle Johnson looking to score, and she does.
Yeah, got to have that. We've just got to have that tonight to have a chance to win this game.
That's what you like to see. And the Lady Tigers looks like they're getting some momentum now.
Yeah, a big bucket here would probably change the momentum of this game.
Emma Wofford coming in for Hannah Johnson. Looks like Danielle wants the ball. Good defense there by Darren Kelly.
I've noticed for Gibson, the Lady Tigers do that, throwing the ball across the zone like that. Early in the year, you can't do that against a quality team like this.
Yeah.
They're too smart, too well coached.
Now they've kind of resorted back to that man-to-man. Danielle Johnson draws the foul.
Yeah, and it was a foul. And there's nothing wrong with that. Stop the clock, put Danielle Johnson on the line. I'll take those odds anytime.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Danielle Johnson at the line to shoot 2.
She misses her first.
Yeah, she's just not having a good night shooting.
Alexis
had
Johnson.
A ton of rebounds.
Alexis Johnson coming out for the last minute. She has 2 fouls, and you'd like to see her get a couple more.
Yes, she would. And I think if you keep feeding the ball down, to Danielle Johnson while she's in the game, you're going to see that. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
And Johnson can't get either one of those to fall. Typically a pretty solid free throw shooter. And, we said this game would come down to turnovers and free throws, and right now.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Right now, Vinita is just pouring the points on. Danielle Johnson.
Another rebound by Johnson. Yeah, she's got a bucket load of rebounds tonight for sure.
You'd like to see Zoe Wiley maybe take advantage of that open space. Danielle Johnson trying to take advantage of the mismatch, but just
still
didn't
can't
have a
find
good
the
look.
mark. Yeah, just can't find the mark.
Jeffries thought about it.
And this third quarter almost gone. Bailey London again, and that's a carry. So 5 seconds, I can guarantee you they've run this drill 100 times in practice. You know exactly what you want to do with 5 seconds to go. And I'm just going to guess that maybe the person dribbling the ball right now is going to take this shot.
She draws, well, actually, it was a charging.
Yeah.
So that's going to end the third quarter. Vinita Lady Hornets 38, Fort Gibson Lady Tigers 30. Real quick, we're going to take this time to thank some of our sponsors. This broadcast is brought to you by Cornerstone Funeral Home and Crematory, Keys Hardware and Supply, Renfro Electric, Fort Gibson Education Foundation, Info Media, Dr. Debbie Coy, The Tigers Den, Garrett Family Funeral Home, Fort Gibson State Bank, Fort Gibson Nursing Home, and Green Country Lanes and Muskogee Skate Center. Thank you, sponsors, for this broadcast tonight.
That's right.
And what a game it has been. Probably the toughest game all year the Lady Tigers have played. Vinita, I kind of said it at the end of the first half, and I'm still going to say it now. I think they're the best team the Lady Tigers have played all season.
I don't think there's a question. Not a question.
You just don't usually see a team that can play 8 players that are all good, that can all shoot the ball, and then have the defensive presence inside and outside.
That's right. They play their roles, and it's like you just said. I think you hit the nail on the head. Defensively, they are definitely the best basketball team we've seen this year.
Yeah.
They play great man-to-man defense, switch it up a little bit with that zone, but yeah, if you have to attribute anything to this game tonight, I think it's their defense.
Yeah. And you can definitely tell Vinita came into this game, they were well prepared. They knew They knew the Fort Gibson game plan, and they had their own game plan ready to go. The way that they've used Alexis Johnson on Danielle tonight has just been, brilliant to say the least.
Yeah.
And we've seen a couple other things that you wouldn't expect. They sniffed out a double screen for Bailey London. Maybe they know Bailey London can shoot well from 3 out.
Oh, I'm sure they do. Yeah. You can see the tight pressure.
Bailey London trying to take advantage of that.
Yeah, and it was close. I think you take that shot every time.
Yeah.
Lady Hornets gonna milk some of that clock. Try to find the Lady Tigers flat-footed somewhere.
Yeah.
Take advantage of it. Zoe Whiteley playing some pretty good defense on her own there.
Trying to double team.
Yeah, she tried to dribble into some trouble that time, got out of it.
Off the mark, 3 taken there, but gets her own rebound. Kennedy Roach.
Back to a 10-point lead.
She is the youngest player of that 8-man rotation. She's a sophomore.
Yeah, and a pretty good player.
Danielle looking for it down low, and she's going to get it, but it's not going to fall.
Yeah, not a great shot for Danielle. I'd like to see her go ahead and square up on that. She really didn't have a lot of resistance.
Yeah.
Just go ahead and square up, shoot that ball. And I know she's had a lot of success with that little kind of half-hook shot.
The Vinita Lady Hornets up by 10 in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and quarter's rolling right along. Vinita happy to play catch out there.
Wow. Sweet jumper there taken by Avery Bennett. Zoe Whiteley again has 14 points tonight, leads the team. You think with a 12-point deficit, we got to get the ball in her hands. A lot of contact down low.
Yeah, and I think we just got to keep going to her and let her draw the fouls, stop the clock, shoot the free throws. I know she missed the first 2, but on average, she's going to make.
And number 32, Jasmine Daggs, is kind of making me eat my words. Talking about Alexis Johnson doing so well on Danielle, but Dags comes in and is really physical with Danielle.
Yeah, she's very physical.
Haley London gets the inbounds pass. Off the mark pass there. It didn't really nothing's going for Danielle Johnson tonight. She's really struggled, not only being able to get around her man, but also just the open shots that she has got, they're just not falling. And that's
right.
That's just kind of, some nights go that way. You can't really control that.
That's right. Some nights do, and some teams have a lot to do with the way those shots fall or don't fall. And I say right now, it's Vinita defense doing the trick.
A wide open look there, but off the mark.
Yes.
Danielle Johnson doing a good job of closing the gap. She gets out in transition, gets her open bucket, but can't get it to hit. We were just talking about that. That's, sometimes it's just hard,
Yeah, that bucket looks really small to Danielle right now.
And you'd like to think that, she gets one in, gets her confidence back up.
Yeah. It's going to have to happen pretty quick, I'm telling you. It's going to have to happen pretty quick, down 12 with 5 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, the Lady Tigers, I almost think, they need to hit a couple threes right now, get them back in this game. They're down 12.
Yeah, they're going to have to, for sure.
Maybe, I've almost thought, maybe kind of roll a double screen for maybe Kinsey. She doesn't get a lot of those, but who was it she scored 15 against, led the team? I think it was Verdigris that she scored 15 against and led the team.
Might have been, yeah.
Of course, Zoe Whiteley, has led the team tonight with 14 points, and she hasn't really scored a whole lot in the second half.
No, she hasn't. And again, I think you go back to Vinita's defense, just taking away everything we try to do.
Yeah.
But still, I think when you have a girl, I don't know what Danielle's averaging a game, 12, 14 points? I don't know, maybe more. What is she averaging?
I don't know. She averaged 13 in the tournament. I don't know.
Yeah. So somewhere in that neighborhood, and I think, what does she have now? 2, 3?
She has 4. Just 4.
Okay. So you take 10 points out of the game. I mean, you add 10 points to the scoreboard, and it's a 2-point game. So I think that is the difference in this game tonight.
Yeah.
Danielle Johnson's just been shut out, basically. And it's like you say, some nights that basket just looks like, it looks like a
softball.
Yeah, a golf hole. Johnson, good hustle that time getting to that ball because Vinita looked like taking it.
Danielle Johnson backing her man down. Emma Wofford with a huge rebound and gets the foul.
Yeah.
Exactly what you need from Emma Wofford.
That's right.
And that's one thing you have to say for the Lady Tigers is they've done very well on the offensive boards tonight. Gotten a lot of second chance opportunities.
Yeah, Emma Wofford, the smallest player on the floor, coming up with a big board right there.
And Emma Wofford gets on the board, or gets her first point of the night. Both teams with 4 fouls with about 4:45 left.
2 big points there. Pull it back to 10. So the clock becomes as big an enemy to the Tigers as the Hornets. And there's a steal.
Zoe Whiteley with a chance to get out in transition. She's going to use some of that speed and try and draw the foul, and she's going to get it. And the and one, Zoe Whiteley.
Boy, you just don't have words for how big that was. Cut this game single digits. I mean, it was not looking pretty just a minute ago.
Yeah.
And that's how quick this crazy game can change.
It would be a huge momentum shift for the Lady Tigers. They were able to get this to a one-possession game. Bailey London with a huge rebound. Nice pass, too. Kenzie London takes a deep 3 and sinks it. Kenzie London. And just like that, the Lady Tigers within 5. putting some pressure on this Lady Hornets team.
Yeah, and there's another near takeaway.
London thought it was traveling. Jeffries shoots a three of her own.
It's
Can't
off.
get it to hit. Kinsey London did a great job of boxing out that time.
Yes, she did.
Boxed out 2 players. Bailey London has a wide open three, and she hits it. Bailey London. Bailey London with 10 points tonight. The Lady Tigers have a 2-point deficit. They are back in this game.
That's crazy. I mean, it's crazy. 1 minute ago, it looked bad for the Lady Tigers, and now they're within 2 points with 4 minutes to go.
And these Vinita coaches look upset.
They do. They've seen a 12-point lead evaporate in a matter of 3 trips up and down the floor.
Yeah.
I mean,
And that's exactly what we talked about. We needed some big threes, and man, did they deliver.
Did they
The
ever
London sisters. That was a deep three by Kinsey London.
Kinsey London's
way back.
Yeah, it was way back. It was NBA 3 for sure.
Yeah. She said no problem there. Bailey London, you give her an open look. She's gonna get it. She's gonna hit that.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what we've kind of been lacking all night. We've seen Zoe Wiley pull it from the perimeter, but those London sisters were kind of waiting to get into the groove, and they definitely took the opportunity here and made this a one-possession game.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a championship boxing match. I mean, you got two big-time fighters going at it toe-to-toe here, and, I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? Who knows what's going to happen? But, neither team can say, hey, we got this, because it'll be over when it's over.
Yeah. About 3.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, Jeffries, that's the first person you absolutely expect to have the ball.
Lindsay Shepard, nothing but net.
Nothing but net.
And the Vinita Lady Hornets get back to a 5-point lead.
Lots of weapons for the Lady Hornets, just like the Lady Tigers.
Danielle Johnson has an open look, and she gets it. What a pass from Kinsey London.
How awesome would it be to see Danielle Johnson just catch fire and make everything from this point on?
Oh, my gosh.
Struggled all night. And who knows?
I can see it.
Just don't know how many more opportunities, you're going to have with a little over 2.5 left in this game.
Yeah.
1 3-point bucket away from a tie.
The Fort Gibson crowd getting into it right now.
Yeah. And again, this is a game that just be awesome for the Lady Tigers to win. Either team, this is a huge matchup. And there's a big bucket by the Vinita Hornets.
The Lady Hornets wings are keeping them in this. Hallie Reed and Lindsay Shepard.
Yes, they are.
Danielle Johnson's going to get it again. She's going to create a post move, and they try and draw the foul, but they don't get it. Danielle Johnson steps over her defender.
That was a crazy little series right there. I think Jeffries did a good job. I think she took a flop right there. I mean, I know Danielle was backing up, but I don't think it was flagrant by any stretch of the imagination. It's just a good player,
And Jeffries
making it look good.
She's a senior. She's going to try and do that. She's going to try and get Danielle to foul on that. And
she's a seasoned veteran. She's a good player.
Danielle kind of rubbing salt in the wound there.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, kind of that NFL step over, NBA step over, whatever you want to call it.
Danielle Johnson now back up to 8 points tonight. Has a chance to get into double figures.
She does.
And who would have thought that? After the first half, she was struggling, and in the fourth quarter, she's starting to turn it up now.
Yes. So we're under 2 minutes in one of the tougher matchups you'll see. Coach London not happy with that foul.
Both teams with 5 fouls.
Yeah, now that hurts. Now you don't have those fouls to give when you need them.
Yeah. Yeah, Fort Gibson still down by 4. Need a defensive stop here.
Coach London wanting Bailey to overplay that far out.
Fort Gibson kind of creeping way out to the perimeter.
Yeah.
Say, if you're going to beat us, you're going to beat us in the lane. You're going to have to drive past us.
Yeah. And he's wanting to overplay out there because you're not going to get hurt overplaying. If you get beat, then you're still a long ways from the bucket.
Yeah.
You can't do that down there,
And with the way these Lady Hornets have been shooting from three, I mean, not a bad idea because, you give them any space, they're going to hit it.
Yes.
Hallie Reed and Lizzie Shepard, have combined for 6 points in this fourth quarter, but it's been huge. Both two huge threes, really.
Yes.
So Lady Hornets going to get the ball. And, one thing to note is, River Jeffries has been somewhat kind of a lot colder in the second half than she was in the first.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that too loud, though. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like you say, oh, yeah, she never misses free throws, and then she misses free throws because that girl, she's a winner. She's going to want the ball in the clutch. Boy.
They're going to call the foul on Emma Wofford.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to get the jump ball.
Yeah, I think she got close to getting it, really.
Wofford is going to creep out, kind of force the pressure on the
Tigers. Yeah, pushing the Hornets out to half court.
Really aggressive defense here.
Yeah, almost a good trap right there at the half court line.
I thought that Jeffrey should have taken that shot at the elbow.
Yeah, so under a minute to go. Lady Tigers down 4 in this game, and there's a steal.
Bailey London with nice hands.
She has done an outstanding job tonight defensively.
Love to see a 3 here for the Lady Tigers. Off the hands of Danielle Johnson. And the Lady Hornets going to get it back with 41 seconds left.
Yeah, that was a golden opportunity for the Lady Tigers and just went out of bounds.
The Lady Hornets are going to try and run some of this clock off you. You wonder, when do you foul? Fort Gibson.
I think you got to foul. I think you got to foul immediately.
Vinita is already in the bonus, but they will get the 1-and-1.
Yeah. And that's a bad thing about it. You got a lot of good shooters out there. In fact, I don't know who you foul. I mean,
I
certainly don't foul Jeffries.
And they're trying to force a turnover.
Ooh, that was almost a big steal.
Yeah.
Almost a big steal right there.
Fouls number 1, Zoe Whiteley. That's her 4th.
They're going to call that foul on Zoe Whiteley. That's her 4th foul.
Yeah, you can't. She can't foul again. That's for sure.
Zoe Whiteley is going to stay in the game, though.
23, Lizzie Shepard at the line.
Oh yeah, 37 seconds. She's got to stay.
If I'm Vinita, I'm going after Whiteley. I'm going to be like,
sure,
get someone open around her, make her foul.
That's a big free throw right there.
Lizzie Shepard with 10 tonight.
Tell you, this has been an entertaining game, and you definitely want the Lady Tigers to win. But this is. When it comes to the tournament, this game, if they meet again later on.
Off the mark 3 there. Vinita up by 6 with 26 seconds left. Things looking kind of grim for the Lady Tigers.
Yeah, it's a 6-point game.
And they are going to foul. Or no, timeout. My bad. Timeout, Vinita. It's a full timeout. So they're going to think this over. Again, the Lady Tigers with a little sense of urgency right now. You're down by 6. You gotta shoot some threes. I mean, you don't really have a choice now.
Yeah, not much time left. There's not much time left. Not in a good situation as far as fouls go. And
who do you go to if you're looking for that 3? Because they're going to be looking at Bailey London. They're going to know not to leave Bailey London open.
I don't know. I think you could give it to anybody. Honestly, I think one is as likely to make it as the other.
Yeah, I kind of think maybe Emma Wofford, because they may not be looking at that. And Emma Wofford is a really good three-point shooter.
Emma Wofford is a good three-point shooter. No question about it. The trick is going to be getting the ball back. That's going to be the tough thing.
Yeah. The Vinita Lady Hornets trying to score here.
Oh, my goodness.
You got to foul. You got to foul.
Yeah. I think that was the right foul. I think it was. She may drain them both, but
Emma Wofford has her third foul. Danielle Johnson coming in for Mallory Baker. Looking for that rebound. Looking to Danielle Johnson get that rebound and do an outlet pass.
Yep.
Huge free throw there.
A lot of ebbs and flows in this game.
Again, Kennedy Roach is the youngest player on the court for the Lady Hornets, but the free throw is not intimidating her.
No. And again, I think, if these teams were to match up in the area tournament, and I mean, you got to get there, obviously, but, Danielle Johnson's probably going to have a much better game. And I like Fort Gibson's chances of winning this game down the road. I do.
Yeah.
I think they're pretty evenly matched. I really do. Again, I think,
It would make for a thrilling postseason game, I can tell you that.
Yes, it would.
I'm kind of surprised that not a lot of Vinita fans in the house right now.
Yeah, it's a long drive.
Yeah.
It's a long way to Vinita.
A lot of Fort Gibson fans, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
But I expect come area time, I think.
Oh, the whole town will be here.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. Yeah. Or wherever it's, I guess, Skytook.
Yeah.
So the regionals will be here, friendly confines of Harrison Field House.
And I believe they will get the 1 and the 4 games the 1 and the 4 teams from districts. So there's 8 games in districts. The winners and losers of the 1 and 4 games are going to go to regionals at Fort Gibson.
Right.
Fort Gibson's got a foul. We thought it was there.
Yeah.
And they are going to call it, but takes a lot of time off the clock.
Yeah,
it's about done.
It's over. Again, you look back in the game, there were opportunities for the Tigers. Some missed shots, some turnovers.
Yeah.
And again, still, I mean, if these teams were to meet again in the area tournament, providing both of them get there, because I mean there's a lot of good basketball teams out there. But if they were to get there, certainly like Tigers' chances.
And that is going to be the end of the game. The Vinita Lady Hornets 54, the Fort Gibson Lady Tigers 46, and Vinita comes away with a huge win on the road.
Yeah, it's a big win. It's a big win for Vinita, for sure.
And we saw some good things from the Lady Tigers. Offensively, they rebounded the ball much better on the offensive board than Vinita did. And then, of course, Danielle Johnson's going to hit some of those shots that she missed tonight.
Sure
That's going to happen later on down the road. She still scored 10 points.
Yeah, that's right. Still scored 10 points. So, yeah, it's I think if again, these teams, get into the tournament, I'm looking forward to it.
So we're going to start the boys game next. This is FortGibsonTigers.tv, and we'll be back.